Are we recording? I'm looking relaxing like this because those radiator guards were the easiest things to install. That is so bright, I'm not going to look at it. So here we are, guys, and I'm Manny from Motomillion. If you don't know, people call me the Ducati fanboy, which I don't think I am. I just love all motorcycles equally, but some motorcycles are better than the others. In this case, it's going to be a 2025 Streetfighter V4. And also, if you didn't know, we sell motorcycle parts. We take beautiful motorcycles like this, and for your viewing pleasure, we turn them into absolute monsters. And you're able to buy these motorcycle parts from us as well. All the products are in the link in the description below. And today we're going to do our first mods on this beautiful motorcycle. This is going to become the official Motomillion Streetfighter V4 version 2, because the version 1, if you have been around our channel, was the 2019 Streetfighter V4. It's almost been 5 years. It's crazy to think. And that bike still has a special place in my heart. And we're going to see how we're going to try to apply that philosophy to this 2025 Streetfighter V4. This is not my bike, or this is not Motomillion's bike. It's a good friend of mine, Mikhail's bike. He just bought this motorcycle from our good friends at Two Wheels World. Omar helped us out. We actually picked it up from Ducati Miami because it's the same owners. And here it is. So today we're going to do the first mods. It's going to be the radiator guards, the instrument cluster protector, the fuel cap, and I believe the Fender Eliminator. And I think also we got to get rid of these reflectors down there with some caliper spacers. So here's the start of it, and I'd love to hear your thoughts on what we should do to this motorcycle going along the way. Don't forget, this bike is a very, I don't want to call it a mild, but it's a pretty good update to the existing Streetfighter V4 platform that was there. So all the body panels are brand new on this motorcycle. In true Motomillion fashion, this bike will get carbon fiber, but there's stuff just trickling in. So maybe on the upcoming episodes, you can expect us to put a little bit of carbon fiber on this motorcycle so that we could give it that premium look that we go for here at Motomillion. But also, we're going to be shopping around for an exhaust. Let us know in the comment section below on what exhaust you think we should do on this, because we don't want to do the same over here. We're not known for that. But let me get my hands dirty. But I think this is going to be the easiest radiator and oil cooler guard install in the Motomillion history. And by calling it easy, I just jinxed myself. So let me grab those parts. Let's quickly show you what they are, and then we'll start putting them on this amazing motorcycle. Is it 2 hands on deck or 4 hands on deck? I think it's 4. And judging Brian's holding the camera with 2 more hands, that's 6 hands on deck. Look at that. And if you didn't know, this is my buddy Mikhail. And he loves motorcycles. He's a little camera shy guy. He'll warm up, don't worry. There you go. Now we got Hector in the house. And I think, I don't know if this is right, was the Streetfighter your first Ducati that you've ever ridden?
Yeah, that was the first bike. The first.
I remember the
Ducati
smile on his face, and he is the one. By the way, guys, he obviously works at Motomillion. I think he's the longest lasting employee here, other than myself. But he's very good at spotting oil leaks at Ducatis.
It's one of my favorite things. Every time I see a new one come in here, I'm always looking under trying to see if there is one. But
well, he rides a Kawasaki, but
out of all the bikes that Ducati makes, this is in first place for me. After that is the Diavel V4, or the Diavel in general. But yeah, this is so much fun to drive. For me, it's the seating position, and for some reason, I don't know if it's the lack of fairings, but I feel like this bike runs a lot cooler than all the other ones. It
actually does. So our 25 Panigale V4 was unrideable, and I'm saying this openly because I never say it when we took it to first service.
Yeah.
I'm always the one saying that, you know, if you think it's too hot, you should grow a pair.
Yeah.
If I could say that on YouTube, guys. But this thing is very cool. And have he told you that we're going to get this in here, or was this a surprise?
No, I remember you saying it, but I've been actually just you know, wondering when we were going to get one, because I'm excited to see this bike in here for sure.
Your first thoughts, this is a 2025, so the one that we had was a 2019, it got a refresh in 2022.
Yeah.
That was very mild. The winglets were the same, but the tank was a little different and stuff. What are your thoughts on this?
I like the fact that these winglets right here, they're actually a little bit bigger. They're not as even as before. It makes the body a little bit wider, which gives it a really cool stance from the front. Which I do like. Obviously the double-sided swing arm, I'm a fan of it. I think it looks really cool. I mean, everything else kind of looked, I know that there's been some changes to the tank. It doesn't look as wide as before. It looks like it's a little bit
It doesn't feel as wide either. So this almost feels like you wrote the Panigale V2, the 2025 one last. This, I mean, it's not that small when you ride it, but it's much smaller.
Much more compact.
Yeah, you know what I want to point out to you?
Yeah.
The winglets on the previous bikes were not painted, and that top winglet being painted, I think it really makes up for the style of the bike.
That is a change. That does look different. And this looks like this material right here is different than what
metal. The other one had the metal, but it was only the, remember we have the carbon pieces for it, was just here and here.
Yeah.
Now it's the whole side, and Full Six, fingers crossed, is going to be making all that stuff for us. So, and I'm looking relaxed on like this because those radiator guards were the easiest things to install. But we're going to go ahead and put some of those other beautiful parts you brought for us from the warehouse. So
awesome.
Thank you, Esther.
Peace.
So those were the spools. It's a new part for the Panigales at least, right? Because they were always single-sided swing arm, and these spools are here so you can put the bike on a stand. I'm going to put it on a stand now, get it up straight. I think next we'll do the fuel cap. By the way, I think I'm saving the best for the last. I think the best is right here, guys. Futurismoto tail tidy kit. But we'll do that right before we finish off everything else. If this is your first Ducati, guys, I strongly suggest looking up a video or a how-to on how to change your fuel cap, because this is the fuel cap, right? This is the new one, but this won't fit on there because you have to dissect the flange off the stock fuel cap. We have a pretty good video for this. It's fairly straightforward. There's 5 Phillips screws down here. We're going to go ahead and do that. Put our carbon fiber fuel cap on, and I'll show you the magic trick of this fuel cap once I get it back on the bike. Put this in here. I don't know if you guys are hearing this, but we have a pretty good storm outside. It is August in Miami after all, and we kind of get these downpours. That's why the first ride video didn't happen in the beginning. We said we're going to install some parts first, and then we'll take it out for a first ride. So I think this is one of my favorite mods on the motorcycles, and this is the magic trick that I was talking to you about. You push down, quarter turn, this thing pops off. You fill it up with fuel. Don't forget to put this back on, and then you can go put some smile on your face with a motorcycle like this. Now it's time for a screen protector, and these are by Shieldatron. They always send you 2 because you might mess it up the first time, so that's a very nice touch. And look at this, comes with all this kit and everything else you need. All right, we saved the best for the last, and the best being the Futurismoto. This tail tidy kit is so nice. We already put it on our 2025 Panigale V4. We're gonna put it on this beautiful Streetfighter V4. So this is our Futurismoto tail tidy kit that you guys have seen. What's different from our bike is that this is going to be a standard mount. And the standard mount goes into here like this. So you'll see these 2 little pieces. We got to pop those out. So I think you could just put this and push them in, and it should pop them out. I've never done it, so let's see. Does it make it official? I already had a Motomillion keychain, now it has a Motomillion license plate. That is so bright, I'm not gonna look at it. I'm standing here to remind me of how bad these things look. I'm kidding, guys. It's just this bike looks so beautiful, and also the back end of this motorcycle. I know it's got a lot of controversy, right? Double-sided swing arm, this tailpiece. I think this thing looks so good, and also with this Futurismoto Fender Eliminator, it looks as good as the designers intended for it to be. Of course, the designers didn't want to put on a big fender in the back, and they don't put these things on it, right? If you took a look at the images, they always have the block-off plate there. But these are street bikes, especially a Streetfighter V4. It's got the name Street in it, so you got to be somewhat legal to ride. That's why we have the standard mount on this Futurismoto Fender Eliminator, but also this thing looks so good. The back end of this bike, I think, is the prettier side of the motorcycle, and this really, really makes it look much better. We did a lot of the first mods today, right? So we did our spool so that we could run a rear stand like this on it. It makes it easier to park it at your house and make sure that it doesn't tip over. But number two, it makes it much easier to work on a bike when it's standing straight. Speaking of much easier, for a change, it was so good to have these radiator guards that install without taking anything off. Well, we took 4 bolts off and put them back on, but I think it took less than a minute, and it took less time than it took us to unwrap it and put all those little rubber grommets on it. So that's a big thumbs up from me. And I'm going to say it now, if you end up damaging your radiator or your oil cooler guard, you're the one to blame, because this is so easy to install. I mean, you only need a tool. I think it's a 3 or 4 millimeter Allen, and that's it. And then you just place it in place and tighten some bolts. While we're down here also, we did our caliper spacers, because the first mods always are the things that you want to clean up the looks of a little bit, but also you want to do things to protect the bike, just like the radiator guards. But also we protected our instrument cluster over here with the Shieldotron piece that we put over it. We made something else easy, right? We made it easy to fill up this bike with this TWM fuel cap. Quarter turn, it opens up, and then you just snap it back into place like that. If this is any telltale signs of what's coming up, because we chose the carbon fiber fuel cap on this Streetfighter V4, well, all the scratchy plastic is going to be gone, and it's no secret that the Motomillion Streetfighter V4 project that we did, version 1 in 2019, is and was one of my favorite builds that we had here at Motomillion, both in terms of looks and in terms of riding it. So we're going to give it all we can for this one as well. But I think that's pretty much it for this episode, guys. If you liked the video, please give it a thumbs up. If you have any questions or comments, leave them down below. Until next time, guys, have a good one.